Blooket's a great tool if you're looking to gamify your lessons and have more engagement with your students. It's a really good tool also because it offers a lot more for free than tools, for example, like Kahoot. We're going to focus on the free tool in this video. I'm going to show you quickly how to create an account. We'll look very quickly at how much you get for free, and then I'll show you the quickest way to actually do an activity with your students. Really hope you like the video, and as always, if you do, please like it, please comment on it, please share it with other teachers, and of course join me on my YouTube channel. Let's get started. So I'm on Blooket.com and I'm going to click on sign up, and if I click here, the easiest way to sign up, and I'm going to obviously say I'm a teacher, I've got to put in here age verification. Once you've done the age verification, you can either use email and a password, or what I do is signing with my Google account. Finally, you have to give yourself a username. So I've used Russell TTT, Teacher Training Videos. In fact, it should be TTV, and I'm going to click on submit, and that is the way I'm going to create my free account in Blooket. We're going to focus on the free tool, and notice you've got really two ways of working. You can discover sets, that is use sets that other teachers have created, or of course you can create your own set. For this video, we're going to discover sets because that is the quickest way of working. Before we start, if we click to upgrade to plus, just to notice that these are your options. I'm afraid I don't have any special deal for you, but notice it's a very cheap tool anyway. And for this, the free tool that we're going to use, you can have up to 60 players. There are two ways of accessing discover sets. You can click here, or you can click on here. Notice it's going to ask you a question. You don't have to if you're not part of a school or district, which is my case because I'm working at a university in the United Kingdom. Just click on that button there, and then you come through here. Now you can start looking for content. Now, a couple of things. You can just write in a search here at the top, which is what I often do. If you scroll down, you'll also get these kind of sections, so you can go straight into languages. That might help you. If you scroll down, you're also seeing the popular picks, and notice that it often says teacher verified, which means it's already been verified by a teacher. Therefore, you can probably be more confident that everything is correct. So let's do a quick search and see what happens. Let's do a search. I'm going to write in here animals in Spanish, okay, and hopefully what it's going to bring up is lots of different games that I could choose from. It gives me an indication of how popular those games are. I can see, for example, that game's been played 4.5 or 4.2 thousand times. I'm going to go for this one here. We got a picture as well, 14 questions, and notice straight away actually we could play this game. We could host the game, play it solo if we just wanted to practice on our own, or assign it as homework. Okay, so one thing to keep in mind is though, you can see here the question that the students are going to see, but we can't actually see what answers they can choose from. So if you click here, the answers will appear. So you can see basically that in this game, they're going to have the word abeja, and then they're going to basically have to choose from the picture and from that word what the translation into English is. So it's a pretty basic game in this particular case. You can in fact click on this button here and just quickly see all the answers. And this is really good because you can check and make sure that you're happy with an activity before you decide to play it. Very interesting, you can actually play these games on your own. So this could be really good for students if they want to play games. So if they create an account, which is free of course, they can then play them games themselves. Most of the time, you as a teacher are going to want to host a game, or you're going to want to assign it. Now, one of the great things about discovering content is, of course, you don't have to actually edit and create your own. It saves you a lot of time, and what we can do straight away is host a game, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show exactly how to do a game with your students. Remember, you can have up to 60 students, and I'm also going to show you how you would set this activity up, or an activity up, for homework. Don't forget, if you like the video, please click on the like button because it massively helps me. Let's look on now with hosting a game. I'm going to do a search for animal trivia. I'm going to click on enter, and we can see all sorts of games will come up onto the screen, and notice that it tells you, for example, how many times a game has been played. This one looks really popular, 27 questions. It's been played 6.5 million times. So let's click on that and let's actually play this game. Notice also that this one has been teacher verified, which hopefully means there really won't be any mistakes in the game, though of course you can check through. The first option I want to look at is here is assign for homework. Now you can set the due days and you've got up to 14 days. Okay, you've got obviously the title. You can set a minimum correct score, so students must answer a certain number of questions correctly. I just generally leave all these settings as they are, and then the button you want to click on this one here, assign now. When you click on that button, you've got two options. Students can use a QR code, so you can either share that QR code, put it into Google, for example Google Classroom, or probably in most cases what teachers will do is share the link to the game. Students then will be able to click on the link or access the QR code for homework and do the activity. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll also see that this is where you will find how people are getting on, how many people have got correct scores, how many students have completed, etc. So that's where you get all of the information. Plus they'll have a leaderboard here where you'll see who is getting all the questions right, etc. So really, really useful. Now let's go back to the other option of playing the game live now. Let's now look at hosting the game. So I'm just going to click on the back button here just to go back one and then back again. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to click on this option here, host game. Let's click on this option here. Now keep in mind that this is the free tool, so you're very limited in terms of the types of games that you can play. Notice for example that it says here plus only. So I'm going to leave everything as standard. I'm going to click on host. So I'm going to click on this button here. And there are a few settings now that we need to focus on. We can either choose that the game ends once a person reaches a certain number of marks, or we can choose a time. I'm going to leave it at 7 minutes. That will do absolutely fine for this one here. And now I'm going to click on host now. Now the thing is, it's going to give me an ID. Now there's two ways that I can work here. I can get my students to access using a QR code, or of course they can go to this address, play.blooket.com, and put in this number here. So I'm going to log in twice. I'm going to log in once on my phone, on my smartphone, but I'll also log in using this website, and I'll show you that now. Now I'm going to click here to turn off the audio. I need to copy this number because I'm going to log in, copy here. So remember, the students would go to this website. Let me show you what that looks like. It looks like this, and then they would simply click here and put in the ID. Click then to enter with their ID. And normally it does ask for one other thing, and that is to put in a nickname. So I'm going to put Russell and then click here. Now if we go back to the teacher view, you'll see now that that person is logged in. And if I come back here to the teacher's view, we'll see that our first student is logged in. Now I'm waiting now for the second student to log in. So we can now see that there are two people logged in. One person is logged in on their mobile and the other person is logged in using the internet connection or from the actual website there, play.blooket.com. And then we can click on the start button and the game will start. Now remember, this is different to Kahoot because the questions will actually appear on the screen along with the answer options. So students don't need to be looking at the screen to necessarily know what the questions are. Everything is on the screen, and you notice I get this kind of update so that I know exactly what students are answering. So I'm going to jump over now to the student view, and notice here I would be able to click and put in my answer to the question, and then click anywhere to go to the next question. Notice it's kind of gamified as well, so students often get games like this would have to choose a pumpkin or something to get some bonus points. So we can see the league table, and we can see now that the students have beginning to answer the questions. Russell's already got 50 points, but Tom so far hasn't got any points at all. So when the game ends, you get a table of the winners. In this time there was only 2 people playing. You can get a report here by clicking here. So you can click here and get an actual report, gives you some detail about the answers. You can go through, look at the leaderboard, etc. And that is really how Blooket works. And again, if you wanted to play another game, you could click on Discover. Now that's a great way of using Blooket because you don't have to make your own games. You can use teacher verified games, and you can use games that have already been played many times because they're very unlikely to have any mistakes in them. Quickly get up using Blooket for free. If you are interested in learning about Kahoot and the free version of Kahoot, I do have a video on that, and I'll put that on the screen now. I really hope you found this video useful, and don't forget, of course, please like the video. Thank you very much. Okay, if you want more free videos, come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. Absolutely masses of videos on there, all about using technology in language teaching and language learning. That's where I specialize in. And if you are a teacher and you want to receive some training from me, well, one of the best things you can do is sign up to the newsletter. The newsletter is actually free, and also as part of that you'll get a free mini 14-part course, video course, where I'll share with you some of the most popular technologies that language teachers around the world are using. We've got about 10,000 subscribers to that newsletter. If you want to take it a little bit further and have regular training with me, I do offer Patreon, and on Patreon I make 3 additional videos every month. Obviously there are no adverts on the videos, it's just directly into the training, so you get access to 3 new videos every month, plus you get the chance to meet me live in a Zoom session where I train you up in using a certain technology, and it's a great chance for you to hands-on work with the technologies and see how they work. The great thing about Patreon as well is if you sign up, you do actually get access to all of the backdated content, which is now a period of 2 years. I'm going to leave now on the screen a few more videos that you might find interesting, and thank you very much.